It's only 118 degrees today. Nice day to be underground. But yeah, I'll refer to this as the OB for right now. But it's official, we've got the paperwork and she's ours. Oh, way back over there. That's another mine. That's actually 3 mines, 2 adits and a shaft. And yes, I wanted that one, but it's claimed. There's some mines over there. They're all along through here, all along the ridge, about the same elevation that we're at. And some interesting material just sitting on the ground. If you've been watching my videos on my YouTube channel, Gold Mines and Buried Treasure, you would have seen where we sent a camera down this shaft. The adit is straight ahead, cuts into the left wall of the shaft. What I like to do with this one is we have 4 active claims now, which gives us about 20 mines to work with. This is the only mine, or the first mine, that I will be able to take you through start to finish. Basically, we have a lot of work to do in regards to making this mine safe. As you can see, there's no fencing around the shaft. There originally was fencing around this shaft when I found this mine 4 years ago. Jerk-offs that come up here on the weekend, screw around and tear up the desert, have ripped all the fencing out, and it's sitting down in the bottom of the shaft, of all places. So we're already aware that we need to make this mine safe, yet make it safe in a way that we can work it on the weekends. It's only 13 miles from where I live, so it's going to get a lot of work, and you're going to be able to see what we do from start to finish, to getting this up and running, to getting down inside. I'll give you some history on it here in a second that makes it quite interesting. But it is a beautiful day, even though it's 118 degrees. Some of the history of this mine is present right here. Drill holes. Those might have been drill holes for blasting, but you can actually see the shape of the drill head that they were using. Mining started here in this particular location in 1916. It took 10 men 6 months to dig this 35-foot deep vertical shaft. It was owned by a conglomerate. They owned a bunch of mines up here. I don't remember what the name of the company was, but they had like 5 or 6 mines. They quick deeded this mine to a guy somewhere about 1916 after they opened it, and the guy that they quick deeded the claim to went and served in World War I. He never came back to the mine. It's not because he was killed in action, it's because he went back to like Chicago or somewhere like that and opened up a store. So he didn't come back to this. We've got recorded history, production history on this mine from 1922, where they were pulling approximately an ounce a ton out, and which is not bad. And in 1922, they had 400 feet of tunnel, which is that adit down there. So it's going to go 400 feet into this mountain here. Now in 2015, U.S. government came through and mapped this entire area regarding ore deposits. We found that report, and very, very favorable for us, and we were able to modify the existing claim boundaries to fit that geology report from the federal government. So I'm quite excited about getting down there and seeing whether or not they hit that vein or they just barely touched it before it went out of production. We don't know what the last year was, but it was pre-World War II was the end of production, and my guess is probably maybe early 1930s, maybe even before 1930, production ceased here. We've got a good gold vein. We've got some other stuff in here that I'm real interested in that's going to require testing, but I've got some very dark veins, black with some gray mixed in with it, and I'm hoping that's beryllium, because there's a couple of beryllium mines out here. Not many, but a couple of beryllium mines, and that stuff is selling really good right now. Okay, shaft is over there, and our claim runs right up this canyon. So essentially we've got this mountain in our claim, and we'll be well underneath it. But I have not yet been up the canyon. I will eventually. I want to see what kind of visible deposits we have, but for right now, haven't been up there. We'll get there though. Okay, if you follow me on Facebook, I several weeks ago made a post talking about what do you consider to be a treasure or a relic, and I posted several cans that came from this very site that are my guess pre-1940. I believe this is where the camp was, the mining camp. However, yeah, we're talking 100 years of flash floods and desert thunderstorms have kind of taken a lot of it out, but there's still some pretty decent trash dumps with the cans. I just can't find where they would have necessarily had their tents, but down where my truck is parked I can show you one where it's been leveled by hand. But you can see we've got remnants. Those are probably old claim markers. Those are probably old claim markers that are over there. But from what I can ascertain, the mining camp was actually down here below the mine itself. This is where the majority of the relics are that I found. This isn't too wide of a view. Some old cans, big cans over there. You can see some smaller cans over here. I don't know if those come down from further up or they've just been lucky and not been hit by too many floods. Like here, what do you think? Old tobacco can, maybe? Alright, there's red. This is one of the places I think they may have been staying. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, but this area here, you can see my shadow, this area here had rocks stacked and then it's backfilled, and the majority of it is almost perfectly level. So I think one of the camps may have been here, and the debris from the trash dumps this is where you kind of start to pick it up, heading in that direction. I would venture to say trees will kind of grow in anything or through anything that is part of that bush. Part of the difficulties of walking around over here and finding the old foot trails that the miners used to use is complicated by the fact that we still have hundreds of wild burros out here, wild donkeys. And if you've ever seen pictures or videos of Oatman, those donkeys are wild. And they come down and they got a good gig. They're being hand-fed by the tourists. So is that a old mining trail or is that a burro trail? We can't tell. But then we come into stuff like this, where we're finding the old relics. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I thought we had some paint left on that one. Not just surface rust. But yeah, I would like to find more than just their trash dump. I'd kind of like to find where they were living too. But you can see how this all kind of trails down from up this really small riverbed. Oh, can we say canned ham? And it may have been a joint camp, because up there between those two peaks are those other mines, and they're not that far away. Donkey poop. Yeah, they're all over out here. You will see them. I have been out here prospecting and have had the wild donkeys come over to see what I was doing. Little shot up, but this is outside of our claim boundary right now. Our claim boundary is more in that direction there. You can just make out the waste rock, waste pile. Now, this is another oddity of this place here. This runs down, inclined about 35 feet, levels out and turns toward the main shaft, which is right up there in the sun. I don't know at what sequence this particular adit was started. All this is slough off from rains and floods, so I don't know what the original entrance depth was, but you got to slide down fairly well, about 35 feet, and it's a pain in the ass to get out because it's all soft dirt. But it goes back about 35, 40 feet, and you can still see the hand chisel marks in the rock. So I don't know if they were digging an adit to hit the vein from underneath, or if they actually found something in here, but I'm not seeing anything inside there to indicate that they were working a particular vein. It strikes me more along the line it was an access adit, possibly going to be a haulage adit. Well, you can see the sun is starting to go down, and shadows are starting to kick in. Nice time of day. I think it maybe cooled off to about 115. But yep, nice day. Sun going down. Poked around and had fun. Stay safe and dig deep.